I had a conversation about man and man getting married, or woman and woman getting married, a lot of people who didn't understand the bigger picture, they were like, are you talking about homosexuality to your 6-year-old?
What have we discussed about lesbian? Who's a lesbian?
It's a girl and a girl loving each other.
It's okay for them to get married to each other if they want to?
Yeah. And they can love each other if they want to.
The thing they don't realize there is, I have not told her the entire gender spectrum there. I have just told her that it's okay for woman and woman to love each other or get married to each other. That's all there is to it. For them, it's just about love.
Swati, how early did you start educating your daughter and what did you begin with?
Okay, so I didn't know what was comprehensive sexuality health education in the beginning. I was just part of some nice Facebook groups, parenting groups. And in one of those groups, somebody had mentioned that we need to use the right words for the private parts. So that was what I started doing with her. She was around 10 or 11 months old at that time. So just like we label other body parts like eyes or nose, I just labeled her private part also. So I used to tell vulva. And that's how it started.
Swati, why do you think a lot of Indian parents skip teaching their children these very essential things from childhood? What is the thought process behind it?
Yeah, mainly because we have not heard our parents talk about it. They have not heard their parents talk about it. So in parenting, one important factor that we ask parents to learn is that children learn through observation and modeling. So whatever you do, whatever you say, that's the way children see the world. So if you are not open about a lot of things, then obviously your child will also be not open about it. Because see, a lot of mothers actually ask me, how do I make my child stand up to bullies or stand up against body shaming? And the question I ask them is, have you ever stood up to bullying or body shaming? If your sister or cousin or auntie or mother-in-law or anybody or your own mother in many cases, when they body shame you or criticize you, how do you respond? How do you establish your boundaries there? Because the child has to see it at least 2-3 times for them to learn how to react or respond in the same way. So it all starts with ourselves. We cannot really blame our parents for doing certain things because they didn't know any better. They didn't see any of these things around. But today we cannot give that excuse. Information is all around us. We cannot say that we didn't know it.
Swati, so what data shows is that a lot of times, I mean, in majority cases, people who sort of child groom or assault or, abuse women and girls, these offenders are most often known to the person they are assaulting. But in India, I think convention goes a little beyond, a calculation of all these things, and we tend to put, respect, obedience under the under seniority. We tend to put these things forward and disregard the other, more dangerous side of what this could lead to. Are you also, bringing your daughter into this knowledge at the young age that she's in?
Yeah. So. More than stranger danger, it is close family members or family friends that are targeting children mainly. So that's what statistics say. As parents, what we need to do, or in my workshops, for example, what I ask parents to do is, be it anybody, be it your own brother, cousin, your grandfather, whoever it is that you are uncomfortable with, keep an eye on them, okay, how they are interacting with the child. On the other hand, equip your child to understand if something makes them feel weird or awkward or uncomfortable or unsafe, they have to move away from them. They don't have to be with them. We cannot just assume that the child will definitely stand up. Child has to see it somewhere. So one thing parents have to definitely do is make sure that the family members and close friends that are associated with the family understand that the child is getting this information from you. So even if it means calling for a family meeting and announcing to everybody that I have attended a sex education workshop. I'll be teaching certain things to my child in order to keep her safe and healthy, or him safe and healthy. So make this announcement so that if there is any pedophile or if there is any child molester in your family, it will be a warning for them. So one thing is, be open about what you're doing with your child, so that everybody gets that signal that you are an aware, you are an educated, aware, conscious parent, mindful parent. Number 2, always make sure that others see that you have a very open communication with the child. So whatever it is, openly have conversations with the child and let others see that, no problem. Okay, so that also will to a large extent make the pedophile or the child abuser scared that this child is very open with the parent, so they can go and open up with the parent. So that is something they can do. And of course, these people usually target children who are really innocent and agreeable and who nod their heads for everything, which means we need to raise children who can say no.
Swati, how are you sensitizing your daughter to the to the rights and the inclusion of the LGBTQIA plus community?
Yeah. So when we talk about age appropriate sex education, we can only talk in a way that the child understands for their age group. We can't give them all this information. Okay. What we can do is, we can just make them understand that people express themselves in different ways. Okay. And it's okay for somebody to express themselves in a way that you feel is different. Different is not bad. Different is just different. Or you can very well say that anybody can love anybody, or anybody can get married to anybody. So when we talk about marriage, for example, because children will ask when they see these marriage photos and all, they'll ask, where was I? Why am I not there in this album and all? They'll ask. So when you talk about marriage at one point, which definitely you will talk, any parent will talk about with their children, you can always say, okay, in our case, a man and woman got married, but it's okay for a woman and woman to get married. It's okay for a man and man to get married. These kind of things you can definitely tell the child. For example, when I had a conversation about man and man getting married, or woman and woman getting married, a lot of people who didn't understand the bigger picture, they were like, are you talking about homosexuality to your 6-year-old? The thing they don't realize there is, I have not told her the entire gender spectrum there. I have just told her that it's okay for woman and woman to love each other or get married to each other. That's all there is to it. For them, it's just about love. It's just about affection. It's just about wanting to marry somebody. They don't get into the sexual aspects of things.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos by us.